Hello, welcome to my podcast. Christine Regan Lake here. Today, I'm going to go over fear of failure. Sure, many of you, if you have a pulse and you've been on this planet for any time, you have more than likely experienced what you could perceive to be a failure and how painful that can be. I certainly have. I've been an entrepreneur. I've done numerous business endeavors, and some have worked out and some haven't. And that can always be very painful. And what can happen is sometimes if you've had an experience that didn't go the way you wanted it to, it can actually create intense fear of failure, and it basically paralyzes you and keeps you from being able to dive in again to try a new endeavor because the fear of failure is too intense. There's too much baggage from the stories that we've told ourselves about, why that failure happened, and things like that. And I'll share a story with you from a few years ago. In 2013, I decided to renovate my two-car garage and turn it into a art studio and gallery. And so I have always loved art, and for many, many years I had put art on the back burner and completely abandoned it. And so returning to art was a very emotional experience for me. And so I had always dreamed of having my own studio, my own gallery, and things like that. So the morning that I was having the garage door removed and having a wall of glass installed instead, I woke up that morning and I had intense lower back pain. It was incredibly pain. It was like a 9.5. And it just came out of the blue. I hadn't heard it. I hadn't pulled anything, nothing like that. And yet this incredible pain was just like, it was like pulsating, just stabbing lower back pain. And so the contractors came that morning and they're doing their thing, and I was in so much pain. I just said, okay guys, I'm gonna go lay down for a little while and then I'll come back and check on you. Please let me know if you need anything. And I went into my bedroom and I laid down and I took a few deep breaths, and I connected with the energy in my lower back. As an energy healer or someone who's embraced this stuff, I totally understand how pain, how the body communicates with us on a daily basis. So I said, this pain is about something. let me figure out what this is, because there's a gift here, there's a message, and I need to know what it is and I need to understand it. So I laid down and I was focusing my energy on my lower back, and I simply just asked the pain. I said, what is this? What is this about? And next thing you know, I started welling up with tears, and all sorts of questions just started, just kind of rising to the surface from my subconscious, which was, what if I build this and no one likes my art? What if I spend all of this money and I don't sell any of my paintings? What if, what if, what if? And it was all of the fear of pursuing something that was so connected to my heart. My art is my heart, and it's my heart and soul. And so to expose myself to this, to put my heart and my soul out there for the universe, for people to judge and to see if they would resonate with my art. It was very, very scary to me. It made me feel intensely vulnerable. And so I just felt the feelings of vulnerability, and also the feelings of past sadness over, what I perceived to be failures, right? Things that I felt did not go the way I wanted them to go, and how sad those were. So kind of the broken dreams of past experiences, entrepreneurial endeavors, that kind of thing. And so within a very short period of time of me connecting with this energy in my lower back, the pain subsided, and it literally went from like a 9.5 to like a 1.5. And it was simply me honoring the emotions that were bubbling up in my body that wanted to be honored and acknowledged and felt. And so that was a really cool thing. I got back up and I went out and, checked in on the rest of the work that was going on. But so it's a valid thing. Fear of failure is a real thing, and it's a visceral thing. You can feel it in your body. But so how do we deal with it? How do we know that this is a part of the journey, and that we have to learn to dance with it? We have to learn to navigate through our fear of failures if we want to move forward, to pursue our dreams, to experience the life at the highest level that we want, whatever that looks like for us. So there are some things that, like I said, the first thing is just feel it, honor and feel the feelings that you feel when they start bubbling up about being scared when you start embracing something new. Denying it, pushing it down, and pretending it doesn't exist doesn't serve anyone. It doesn't serve you. It just keeps the energy suppressed, and as opposed to just feeling it and then releasing it and then letting moving on with your day, moving towards your goal. The next one would be that for me, I know that when I am experiencing that, that procrastination, right? So fear of failure can absolutely manifest in procrastination. So you're like, okay, well, I'll get to that later. I'm not quite ready to do that right now. Oh, I don't have the money, whatever. I have always found that taking action is one of the fastest and most efficient ways to move past procrastination and to tackle fear of failure head on. So, massive action. Taking action absolutely dwindles fear. That fear keeps us frozen. And then the moment we start taking action to move towards our goal, to close the distance between where we are and where we want to be, absolutely, it is the most empowering thing to take action and to step forward and face that fear and just walk straight through it. So I highly encourage that. The next thing would be that if you find that you're kind of frozen and you are procrastinating and you're not quite ready to take the action yet, you haven't been able to muster the energy to take the action, well, then what's really valuable is to actually sit down and go back to some of your perceived failures and write down all the benefits and all the gifts and all the lessons that you got from that experience that you are labeling as a failure, because absolutely there have been things that you learned, there have been gifts that you received from that. And so I just encourage you to really go back and extract all of that juicy information, because there's always things that you took away, things of value that you took away from an experience, whether or not it resulted in what you consider to be a win or a success ultimately. And give yourself permission. The next thing that I would say to do with regard to facing your fear of failure is give yourself permission to suck. It's okay. When I first started really re-embracing my art, and I decided to I wanted to learn how to paint human beings. I wanted to do nudes, and I had really started just with abstract art, with my left brain art. And so I had to give myself the ability to suck, to put my paintings out there and just try to execute, because if you're not willing to be bad at something, you'll never be an expert at it, because the only way you can go from entering into a new thing you've never done before and becoming a master or an expert is to go through many, 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 many series of sucking at something and being bad at it, right? Because every time you go to that next level, you're trying to learn a new skill, a new movement, a new technique, a new whatever. You don't know what you're doing. And so if you won't allow yourself to suck, you can never excel at anything, because that's just part of the process. You try a new thing, you get better, you get better, you get better, you nail that, but now you got to go up to the next step. You're going up to the next level where you try a new thing. Well, now you're going to suck at it for however long you're going to suck at it, until you don't, until you've mastered it, until you've done it enough. There's a famous painter who said, everybody has 10,000 bad paintings in them, 10,000 bad drawings in them, which means that you just need to execute, 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 execute. And every time you execute, you will get better and stronger, and you will fine tune your gifts and your skill and your savvy at something. So those were just some thoughts that I wanted to share with you in regard to facing your fear of failure. Please don't ever let it stop you from pursuing what you love, what you're passionate about, because